Hi everyone, I'm Manar, I'm an art teacher, and today I'm gonna improve your art. That's my first video after returning, and I'm so excited to finally start my passion again after I finished my job basically as a mom and as a university student. But before I start anything, I just wanna say that no matter what your level is, you're always good enough in my eyes. I would never say anything negative about anyone's art. I'm just gonna try to improve. Doesn't make your version bad or less good. I just try to make your art for the future better. So after we made that clear, let's start with the first piece. So we have the first illustration from twjeih. To be honest, she didn't send it to me, but I thought the drawing has so much potential and I couldn't handle myself, honestly. I just needed to try to give her some advices. Doesn't make her art bad. Let's try to make it just a tiny bit better. Here I'm using my Watercolor brushes set. I made this set myself, so if you're interested to know more about those brushes, the link is down below. So first of all, I will take the hard pencil brush. I'm gonna open a new layer and start like how I would usually start drawing, but I'll keep in mind the idea that she has, how she can start and make better art for later. First of all, let's point on the stuff that I wanna improve. The eyes are a little bit not aligned on the same line, one up, one down. The nose is a little bit off as well, and the hair looks a bit unnatural. The shirt has to be with, a bit more details. The first thing I do whenever I want to draw a portrait is a circle. I'm sure you heard this word millions of times whenever you open a tutorial. They will just tell you, draw a circle, start with a circle. Yeah, so let's begin with that. Then a line in the middle, a line on the side, a line on the other side, and then connect them here. The first thing I want to do is the eyes. The eyes, I can feel it, that she wanna make her eyes strong, with a very Billie Eilish look on her eyes. So I'm just gonna do that. I love Billie Eilish, by the way. I'm a big fan. From this line, we'll go down to draw the nose. What she did here is drawing the nose too much outside. We just wanna, move the line a little bit up, not too much. And then make a little bit, a little, curve to connect it with the middle line. And then with the eyes, I'm just gonna erase this line just a little bit. And the eyebrows are very sharp, so just gonna keep that in mind. Okay, this eyebrow definitely has to be sharper, like this, with a bit of narcissistic look. And then the eyes go down with a curve like this. So one line up, one line straight, and then curve, and then one line down like this. We repeat the same thing, one line up, another line, and then curve, connected. You see here, she drew it differently. So one up, one down. That's not, how it should look like. We should always try to align them to make sense. And then we draw the lid. There was no lid at all in the drawing. I wonder if she meant that to be, does she really want the eyes to not have a lid or not? If not, I'm sorry, she has a lid now. So let's cut this eye and raise it a little bit up. And the lips are gonna be fluffy like this. And then cut it from the upper side. Make it straight, since she wants to do that in her drawing. And then let's go back to the eyes. She really made them very sharp, and she wants them to be sharp. So I'm gonna definitely keep that. I will make the eyelashes now. Very slowly, small triangles up, like this. Down, let's make it a bit more extreme since she wants that. You see, I'm following the bottom lid down, like curve, not straight. She made them too straight here. So instead, we want them to be curved like this. But the middle of the eye, it has to be, you know, straight, because it's the middle of the eye, and also the hair are very small, so you cannot even curve them. Depends on the situation or the, let's say, position of the head. So the next eye, we'll do the same thing. Now let's erase the lines that we don't want, to be able to focus more on the face. Here I want to give her more chin, since she wanted to be a bit more, you know, pointy. Let's try to make it a bit bigger. And here, a very sharp jawline. And the ear, I'm gonna draw it from the line of the eye until the bottom of the nose. So you see this? Basically the size of the nose. Of course, some characters, depends on the character, has bigger ears, but for this specific character, I'm just gonna keep it, you know, tiny. So I'm gonna go from the eye down to the nose, like this, and 1, 2, 3, and then one circle. So 1, 2, and 3, and then one circle. That's what we are doing here. And then we can start drawing the lines of the ear from the inside. We don't have to make it too realistic for now. I mean, I could, but since the illustration is not too realistic, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay, let's darken the eyes a little, because I kind of like them to be darker, at least the, you know, eyelashes. Now the hairline. Whenever we want to draw hair, we want to draw the outer layer of or outer line of the hair, and then draw the details. So let's begin. Since she did it this way, outer lines. I'm not gonna make it too perfect for now. I just want to draw the style of the hair, like this. I'm just gonna delete this eye down there just to give her some space to grow. The line from the corners, and then the hair, then the neck, and try to draw already the turtleneck shirt. So now I drew the outline of the hair shape that I want, and then I will draw the outline of the shirt that I want. Even though whenever I draw body, actually I just draw one rectangle and then one line for the shoulders, and then later start drawing the clothes on top. Now after I drew the hair, I will just delete this line. You see the volume that I gave for the hair? The head actually should be a bit bigger than this, like this almost. And then comes the hair on top of that. So that's how much she basically left. So let's continue with the hair. After we drew that, we will just start drawing the details. I will start with the middle. line like this, and then come out with little triangles again. Also depends on the style that you wanna follow for your art. But I can feel like the art that you wanna follow is similar to the thing that I'm doing right now. I feel like the eyes are not in the correct position, so I'm gonna take them and raise them up a little, just a tiny bit more. Nice. The nose, I'm gonna make it a little bit taller because that was her restoration, but not too tall, so it looks off. Here we made the nose a little bit taller without being too extreme, and then the the mouth, the lips has to be pushed a little bit to the back here. Now I can start with the hair. Again, I'm just gonna go out with some lines here and there. So basically just draw some flying hairs on the side and also on the bottom, just to make it look more natural. And now let's make the eyes darker while keeping just one little dot white and not color it. And then, since she wants to show how sharp her cheekbones are, I have to make this line, but not too extreme. Maybe I could do the rest as shading, like this. Okay, now I could draw more details for the hair. Okay, the ear is a bit too small, now I noticed. So I'm just gonna take it, make it a bit bigger. Oop. And stick it to the head. Yeah, make a little bit of shading. Yeah, the earring, of course. So there is one mistake here that I see too often. I see that artists merge the earring with the face, for example, like this. It could work, but it's not too preferable. I mean, for me, I always prefer to push the earring back, so it has its own area or place, you know? Okay, I'll draw it on a different layer because I want it to be... I want to control it better, I mean the size and stuff. So I'm just gonna draw the earring right now. I could make it a little bit bigger than this, but not too big. And then go to the layer underneath and then delete the leftovers inside of the earring. Now we could merge them together. Yeah, so let's continue with the lips. I'm gonna color them just a little bit with gray, and the other one too, but the other one I'm just gonna keep it a little bit lighter. So the nose, I can see like some shadows here, so I'm just gonna put some shadows here, and then take the merge tool and go to the same brush and merge only the corners, not everything, just the corners. I kind of want to make the upper eye a bit more shady. We could work on the shadows later, but for now let's just focus on the body. And then the shoulders. Just make some zigzag lines on the shoulder to make the folds of the clothes visible, but not too much. Let's delete the original lines. Let's delete the original lines and then try to go down with the lines, the new lines that we made for the clothes. After this, I could say we are done from the basis of the illustration, and we can go another layer. Lock the first layer. It's very important to lock it, because if you didn't, you might forget where you are right now and then just draw on top of it, which we don't want. So on the second layer, I'm just gonna continue shadowing the hair. And the first step to shadow the hair is pick the brush. Is it the same brush that you are using for sketches, or would you prefer something else? For example, the watercolor brush. Let's try it. Like this. And then make one area where you don't touch with the brush at all. So like this. And then the other side. It's fine if the colors are outside of the lines, doesn't really matter, we can just fix it later. And now with the eraser we can just delete the lines or the outer colors and then make the brush very small and then go down some lines. You could also take the other brush but make the color lighter to match the hair color, like this. After this, we'll take the eraser and then start fixing the lines and go down with, you know, more lines to the bottom. Same thing goes here. And from the bottom too, and also on the sides. And now going back to the same brush, let's go down with a darker color. Basically shade everything you can see. And if we still wanted to make it darker, we could do something in a different layer. Take the same brush, go overlay or multiply, doesn't matter really. And then let's go multiply, and then go on the darker areas. Delete what you don't want. And the darker areas, you go to the blue and then blur it a little, change the color, duplicate, and then erase the leftovers. And to do some highlights on the hair, on the sides. Also here on the cheek, also the ear, and behind the head a little. For more contrast, we can just add more lines, and then on a new layer, again here, we could just color the shirt, add more details to it with the eraser. Let's duplicate it just to make it a bit darker, and then erase the leftovers that we don't want. And with the pencil tool, we could again make more contrast everywhere. For now, I think we are 90% done. So we're gonna merge the upper layers, and with the pencil again, take the black color and a new layer, and basically just add lines and shadows here and there to make more contrast. I think now we could take the white color. Some people say don't use pure white color for anything. I disagree. I use it all of the time. Depends, of course, on the art or the illustration. But for this case, it's black and white. So why are you gonna bring beige into this? Doesn't work. So with pure white, take the pencil and then go around with your magical pen. Even here. And also on the eyes. Let's give her this killer stare that Shahid wanted. I could still think of some improvements that I could do to make this illustration absolutely amazing and perfect, but we really cannot reach perfection, right? I mean, it's good as it is, you know, it was already good as it is, so we are done. Because if I kept going, trust me, I'm gonna sleep here. So, that's it for now. You see, we fixed all of the problems that we talked about. The hair is fluffier, the eyes are more aligned, let's say. The lips are also more aligned with the other features of the face. The earrings are clearer. Also the clothes, the folds of the clothes are also make more sense. What else? I think we achieved our goal for today. So, Shahid, I hope you liked that video. I hope you liked this feedback specifically. Now you know exactly how we start your idea from zero to finish. So maybe next time you could improve it and send me the new version. And if you want, I mean another viewer, not Shahid, but another viewer. So if you want to improve your art, send it to me on Instagram, on a direct. Just send me a DM whenever you want, whenever you need, for any art or illustration that you want to improve and get my feedback. Now you have the chance. And if you're interested to check out my brushes, the link is always in the description box. So for now, we finished everything we wanted to talk about. See you in the next video. Bye bye.